All right, everybody, time to round up one of our big stories from the week. A U.S. Marine jailed in a Mexican prison since March is hoping to come face to face with a judge soon. Andrew Tahmooressi told Fox News guards stomped and beat him when he tried to escape. He was arrested after making a wrong turn in Mexico. Authorities in that country found 3 loaded guns and ammunition in his pickup truck. Tahmooressi maintains it was an accident. Last week, before his first hearing, he fired his attorney because he allegedly told Tahmooressi to lie. A new hearing is now set for June 4th. Tahmooressi has been in custody for more than 60 days now. Neither the president nor Secretary of State John Kerry has spoken publicly about his release, so his mother is gathering signatures on an online White House petition to force the administration to respond to her son's imprisonment. This is our topic this half hour. We want to hear from you. You can weigh in on our Fox 26 Facebook page or Twitter. Use the hashtag Fox26forlife. Joining us in the newsroom is our legal analyst Chris Tritico, our news analyst Mustafa Tamiz, and public policy analyst Jackie Bally. Good morning, guys.
Good morning.
So what's it going to take to get this Marine out of prison there?
Well, it's going to take the Mexican justice system, if you can call it that, to work through itself through. The United States government doesn't have any authority over the country of Mexico with respect to their own laws. And that's the problem here. And this happens from time to time. Mexico has a strict no gun and no ammunition policy. And I have heard stories of people getting arrested for just having a bullet in their car, let alone a loaded weapon. And in Mexico, they take that very seriously, which is kind of odd for a country that has all the gun violence they have right now. But the United States has no authority to go in, Mustafa Tamiz, and tell the country of Mexico, don't follow your own law.
Yeah, basically that's the difficult part of this. And I think that the fact that you're not hearing anything from the President or Secretary of State means that they're actually working very hard behind the scenes. Because what happens in things like this is that if it gets too far out of hand, meaning that you offend the nation and you put them in a box, then they're not able to release your prisoner because of their own domestic politics. And I think a lot of pressure is being placed on Mexico. You know,
the United States government tells other countries, when your citizens break the law in the United States, we will prosecute them and then you can have them back. And we are hard pressed to tell the country of Mexico, because we don't agree with this law, you need to let our guy go, aren't we?
Well, this young man, he said it was a mistake. He actually had the paperwork, the right paperwork, to own the ammunition that they found on him legally. And so I do hope that what Mustafa is saying is correct, because our president is very vocal every time there is something else going on. So I do hope that the silence does mean something. But our members of Congress, Secretary of State Kerry, and the president, they will have to work behind the scenes to try to get this young man out. I mean, he's already been known to suffer from post-traumatic disorder, and he's had 2 stints in Afghanistan. So it's our right and our obligation to help this young man.
All right, let's go to Sally. We'll come back to that in a minute. I want to go to Sally. She's monitoring our social media.
Yeah, here's what people are saying on Twitter. A conservative Latina says, as long as we have a U.S. Marine mistreated and held in Mexico, we should not travel there. Let them feel it where it hurts. Hashtag tourism. And then Ken says, if there was ever a time to form a militia, getting that Marine out of prison in Mexico would be a good reason to do it. Also want to show you what happened here in Houston. Yesterday, we had a local protest in the Galleria area. Houstonians holding up signs saying, bring our soldier home, help our Marine.
And I don't think anybody disagrees with that sentiment that everybody has, that we need to get this young man home. But I go back to the problem is we can't tell, Mexico doesn't agree with the death penalty, but we have executed numerous Mexican nationals who have committed capital murder here. And the country of Mexico has said time and time again, you can't execute our nationals.
And we don't, when it comes to other nations asking us to do things, we tend not to care very much. When it's our soldier, we care a lot. And in this situation, all of us really have to kind of put around partisanship and political posturing and help bring the soldier back. Petitioning President Obama is not the place to go. Kind of creating an awareness around our nation, demanding our soldier to come back is what we need to do.
And there's over 100,000 signatures on the White House petition page for asking the president to act.
Right, right. First of all, conservative Latina is one of my best friends, so thanks for watching, Debbie. But I do think that a lot of what the viewers are saying, and I think what we're all saying is correct. It has to be a nonpartisan push. And I think that's what the 100,000 signatures are saying. It's not we're saying, look, we're putting pressure on the president, but I think it's more awareness. Look, we're concerned about this. We want you to do something. We want to do, if you can do it, the quicker the better. And I think they just want to make sure that the president is aware that as residents, as citizens, we're very concerned about this young man.
And we've seen this happen again, time and time again in other countries. There was the young lady who was charged with spying in a South American country, I can't remember. She spent almost 10 years in prison before she was released.
Yeah, and there's numerous cases like this around the world, but in this particular place, because we're in Texas, because we're at the border between Mexico and the United States, that Texans have an added responsibility to be engaged in this so that we put the pressure on to bring him home.
And the fact that he has served our country and he has protected us for so long and such a long part of his life, it's now our turn to help him.
All right, and we're going to leave it right there. We have one thing to say here, Sally. All of us express our feelings on what ought to happen here. And we're going to go back to you.
I like that. Very good, guys. You need to snap a picture of that and post it on social media for sure. All right.